Highway Have a Chat.
Episode 3.
So, if you haven't watched this before and are not sure what it's about, pop on over to part 1 and you'll see what we're rambling on about.
Which is nothing. Alright, topic Dale, what do we got? Hit me with your best shot.
Y62 issues
Okay.
that we've had, or typical issues, I guess.
So, we've had no issues with the car in an OEM spec. So, as standard form, the car's had 0 issues. The only thing we had a real issue with was the exhaust that we fitted to it aftermarket. It cracked all the mounts and all that sort of stuff, so we had to put a replacement exhaust on it again.
Yeah.
As
technically, that isn't a Y62 issue.
No, that's not. That's
but
right.
Us specifically.
That's the issue we've had with the Y62.
And that's it.
No, sorry. And our combination switch for our mirrors, so to adjust our mirrors and everything like that and fold our mirrors in, that switch failed, oh God, 7 months ago. I'll replace that when I get home. It hasn't been a big drama because we don't adjust the mirrors. Yeah, that's really been...
Yeah, very lucky.
It's been a great car, and I know they probably get a lot of hate because they're V8 petrols and stuff like that, but seriously, this car has done everything we could throw at it. Like, we've done, by the time we get home, we probably would have done 45,000 Ks in 12 months, which is sort of what I'm working out to be. And it's been bulletproof.
Yeah, and I don't know, but because I don't research cars, but there doesn't seem to be that many typical problems with it, is there? Or
oh look, not that I go looking for. You know, look, if there's an issue, I'll get it sorted. But I won't. I only believe in good news stories. I don't go and look for people having a whinge about stuff and stuff like that. So
no, but I mean, like, typical things that go wrong with certain cars. There are those things.
The probably the most common typical thing that these things probably do suffer is if they don't get wheel alignments properly, they will wear out the rear tyres really quick. And when you lift them up, they do wear out CV boots. But like, we'll have to put CV boots in this when we get home. They're not leaking yet, but they will be close to it when we get home. That's probably the only real major thing.
As for us specifically, because someone did ask what our issues have been, it was literally those two things.
Yeah.
And then we had that bad fuel incident, but that really, it was nothing when you look at it.
No, that's right. We had the bad fuel, and then we
were panicked at the time, only because we were on the give. But
that's right.
It actually, looking back, was nothing. Really.
No, that's right. When we went up the damp here and the car got covered in mud and the engine bay was full of mud, we got a noisy alternator, but I cleaned all that and fixed that.
It came good. So we've been very lucky.
No dramas. Would I buy another Y62? You betcha I would.
Yeah.
Am I keeping this one when we get home? Yes, we are.
Probably one issue, I guess you could say, with them is they do cost a lot in fuel.
Yeah, but the cost that you spend on fuel is still makes the car a lot cheaper. So this car's, you would say it's heavily modified, is still a lot cheaper than a heavily modified 300 series, and you got all the money in the bank for fuel.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, and it's just a naturally aspirated V8. There's no turbos, there's no DPF, there's no EGR, there's nothing like that.
Yeah, but no one could say otherwise. Like, the comfort of these cars is next level.
Oh, next to
like, as a touring car, it's so comfortable. So yeah, I don't care what anyone says. Like, this is so comfortable.
Yeah,
like, no dissing anybody what they have at all. Totally fine. But we had a Ranger.
Correct, yeah.
And we used to think that was the most comfortable thing. But then getting into this, we were like, holy moly, we couldn't have travelled Australia in that, but we wouldn't have known any different if we didn't have this.
That's right.
You know? So, but yeah, they are just so comfortable. Like, we don't touch at all. We're both fully sitting out.
The only thing that annoys me on this car, there's one thing that annoys me, is when you're driving in the sun and there's chrome trim pieces around the center console.
These little towels all over the place because it covers all the...
Like, if you get the right sunlight, it goes on the chrome and it blinds me in the eye, so...
Anyway.
or topic.
How do we deal with being off grid? So
we need some better topics.
like,
just normal. We live life normal pretty much. We just don't shower as much. We
save our
water.
That question was, how do you deal with the lack of water and not showering, stinky bodies, etc.? Yeah, there's times where
Mel's on
like,
the nose.
Come on, like, it's get away.
The Ningaloo was probably a good spot, but we were swimming every day.
That's right, so it wasn't as bad.
Our van operates as per normal, as a normal, like if you're at a caravan park. We got 240 volt, we got
the only issue
plenty of
is
power.
You have to save the water.
Power is water is the biggest thing, and like we have literally you wet your body, you soap your body, you rinse your body. Well, we live as per normal. We eat normal food.
It really does depend how long we're off grid for, and is there water fill up spots along the way, because sometimes it's not that often that you come across a stint of time where you don't have the option to fill up.
That's right.
So most of the time off grid, we can sort of use our water as normal within reason.
Yeah.
Because in 2 days' time, we know we can fill back up. But there's only been a couple of times where we've had to go 7 days straight or more with no fill up of water.
Yeah.
And we've done it. We've made it work. But you are going to have to not shower in that time.
Yeah.
Like there are people that just cannot go a day without a shower. We've met so many travelers and they think people like us are disgusting. But I don't know how they're managing that, because we would have run out of water in 3 days.
We could have got water at like the Ningaloo, but it was that crap water. Like, there's no point putting that water in your tanks. We did. We only did it once, but there's no point doing that if you're just going to shower in it when you can just go and get in the ocean and relatively have a swim and stuff like that.
But yeah, like, I don't know. You've got your different types of people, obviously. I can manage to go a day without a shower. Like, if I'm off grid, I can manage it. It's not going to kill me. But there are people that can't deal with that. They literally cannot go a day without bathing. And that's great. Like, we all need to bathe daily. And we do. It's just sometimes there's the situation where you can't, and it doesn't affect us.
Exactly.
But yeah, off grid, I prefer to be on grid, don't get me wrong, just because you don't have to worry about anything. But then you are in a caravan park or whatever, and then you have your issues there, like where you're surrounded by people or whatever. So you got, good and bad of both. Alright, she's got her pods in. Adult time. So before we get into this, because we're not going to go into this very much, why do you all want to know? Like, I'm not joking, the amount of questions we get in regards to how do you have adult time in a van? I don't know what you people are up to, but all I'm going to say, because my family watch this and me and Tristan aren't physical. Paislee was conceived unnaturally, and that's where it stands. That's as far as it's gone, hey? So it's nothing. It doesn't make any difference being in a van to a house, in our opinion. Does it?
Sure.
Come on, you agree with that?
Yeah, there must be some freaky people out there.
Yeah, like...
They like to get up, like, get freaky. You know what I mean? Like, freaky. But
also, once she's asleep, and we do have a door that blocks between. So I guess maybe if you had kids that don't sleep, that could be an issue. Or
you have like a curtain, but we have like a proper rock sliding door.
But Anyway, there's nothing to tell there. It's no different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we ever been lost on our trip? No.
Anytime Mel picks up the GPS.
But that's never the case. Have we actually been lost before though?
No. I've never been lost in my life.
Are you sure we haven't had a moment where we've been lost?
No. It's impossible to get lost.
Yeah, I guess
if you get lost these days, like, there's something wrong.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think...
We've been in the proper outback, like up in Northern Flinders and stuff like that, and the GPS, like your GPS doesn't work out there, or your Google Maps.
Yeah.
We got the HEMA app, and you probably couldn't follow that.
No.
But I can look at that and know exactly where I am.
If we were to get lost though, yes, it would be my fault. Yeah. I am hopeless. The navigation thing sometimes doesn't, when it doesn't know exactly where it is, and I'm a nightmare. So.
Yeah, Mel concentrates on the little arrow, not where we are.
Yeah.
To navigate.
But that doesn't need to be a talent of mine.
Well, maybe it will do one day.
Okay. Most used emoji.
What do you think your used emoji would be, girl?
I don't know. I basically use every single one.
Do ya?
But mostly hearts.
Yep.
And happy faces.
Hearts and happy faces. Copy.
My most used emoji 100% is the laughing one with the crying, like the full-blown laughing one. I think I use that in most messages.
Yeah, right. I use the shuckers and cheers.
Yeah.
But what's your most used?
Your favourite might have been the eggplant to your mates.
No, we use another symbol. We use the Eiffel Tower or a rocket. Didn't see that coming, did you? Yeah, that's right. Or a kissy blowy face.
Right.
Trying to be a smart ass. What's your most used emoji?
Yeah, pop it in. Like just the emoji.
Just the emoji, yeah.
Back
again.
Meals we love.
Oh, can I say my first one?
Yep. You shouldn't even know it if you didn't have to. Why would you have to say arm? Why do you want to eat an arm?
So the question specifically was around meals we have in the van, but I just made it what meals we love because we actually don't do anything different because we're in the van to home. So when we used to go away just on weekends in the van, it used to really stress me out of what are we going to cook? Like I felt like it was such a different thing. But now it's literally the same as living in a house.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy.
So if you just keep your mindset in, it's still just a home. I can cook everything the same. It's no different.
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously, if you're camping with friends, you like to do things like camp oven and barbecue cooking and fire cooking because you're socialising and interacting. So then that generally means roasts, stuff like that. But yeah, for us in the van living full time, it's off grid. We generally do because you have to save water, etc. We generally did things like spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah. Stuff that we weren't having to boil water. And...
Yeah, like which you do for pasta, but like I would already pre-cook the bolognese sauce, so there was no actual
preparation
cooking as such preparation. But yeah, just now that we're around shops a lot, we just try and stick to meat and veg pretty much.
Yeah.
We might throw in a stir fry or...
Back to the question though. What's
meals we love?
Yeah, what the meals you love?
Oh, well, I was just stating what we eat on the road.
Oh, okay.
It's
what's your
going between really cloudy and really sunny at the moment, so we're struggling with glasses.
So what's your favourite meal, girl?
Let's see.
Oh.
Basically, I don't know.
I would love...
I like everything mummy makes.
Oh. I can't go past a good tomahawk steak with some broccolini and corn fingers, corn ribs, all on the barbecue. Now that, and then you slice it up on a platter and eat it just like a barbarian.
Yeah. My all-time favourite meal would be tacos. And I'm a hard shell girl, which a lot of people are against hard shells. I don't understand.
They're a nuisance.
They're not.
They are.
They're amazing. And anything crunchy is for me. I love crunch. Like if I have a toasty or something, it has to be extremely toasted. Like I love crunchy. My toast is almost burnt. Hey, like I'm a very crunchy type of person.
And kind of burnt marshmallow person.
Oh yeah, burnt marshmallows. But yeah, I love
stir fry.
I love things with vegetables.
And I love things with meat.
Yeah, I'm leaning very towards.
And also,
I'm not vegetarian, but I'm not really enjoying eating steaks and like actual pieces of meat. Like give me a meal with say chicken in it or something and it's no drama, but once I'm eating the piece of meat on its own, I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm eating the animal at the moment, like it tastes animally.
And look, to be honest, I'm preferring Mel just has her own thing now, because it means I get to go to the butcher and select my own steaks. I don't have to get Del. Not very good steaks.
Yeah, so anyway, did you say your favourite? Yeah, you did.
And also basically,
Congrats on the Casino Truck Show win, mate.
I also basically like healthy stuff as well.
Healthy stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like through the day I eat a lot of fruit.
Green apple wedges are good, hey? Like a chopped up apple when it's fresh out of the cold fridge.
Yeah, Paisley is a very healthy eater.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, she can eat like any kid. Give her lollies and she'll pump them down, but her main thing she wants is a pick plate, as we call it, and that's just all cut up fruit, vegetables.
And then I just pick it.
Yeah, anything else that we have, and she loves that. She just...
Like if we go to McDonald's, she gets a chicken wrap Happy Meal.
Yeah, with apple slices.
Yeah.
Like she's...
I'm a very healthy girl.
She is. And
Very
even the
healthy
dentist said, I can tell she eats a lot of fruit and veg because her teeth, like they could tell from her teeth that she ate fresh food, which was nice to hear. So, yeah.
Look after those pegs, girl.
That's right. All right. The topic I've come up with.
Okay.
Time zones.
You can take this one on, darling.
They drive me up the wazoo. That's something that boils my blood.
I don't think you understand the concept of travelling across a country. It can't be the same time everywhere.
It can.
Well, it can't.
Why can't it?
Because it just doesn't work like that.
It does. We should test it.
What?
Just everyone be the same time to make life easier for everybody, and I guarantee we'd all be happier.
Okay. We will live on WA time on the East Coast.
No, everyone can follow Queensland time.
No, we'll just test it as our own thing.
No, because that's... No, I can just pick a time and stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I tell ya.
And let's see how that goes.
We have gone through 3 time zones in a day.
Yeah, I forgot about the Central Western Standard
And
Time.
it's confusing. It's so confusing. And, you know, like obviously our time zones in Australia is only, what, max 3 hours difference at one time.
Yes.
But it's obviously worse as an overseas thing, but that's a whole other thing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm specifically talking Australia.
How would you go if you went to Finland, where I was a day behind you?
But I'm not going to Finland.
But I'm saying, how would you go to another country where you're a day behind?
Oh, it'd be hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I just don't like it. And Also, daylight savings. That's a big no-no for me.
I don't agree on daylight savings, and I'm a Victorian. Well, was. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's silly. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but it's silly.
And people that are from the places that daylight savings
defend
are
it.
from, they love it.
Yeah.
But, geez. Anyway.
Just stay normal.
Yeah.
You can't move time zones. I get that. Mel's idea of living on one time across the board, it ain't going to work. But daylight savings, no. Sorry, you can keep it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, another big topic.
This is a big one that goes out to the whole travel community.
And this is just our opinions.
I've voiced my opinion on Instagram a few times about this
but
subject.
I think everyone pretty much agrees.
Everyone's fed up now.
Yeah, so the topic is
the caravan
industry as a whole.
Yeah.
So take it away, Dove.
Well, I'm gonna come at it from my perspective as somebody who ran a workshop for an OEM. So if you don't know what OEM stands for, it means original equipment manufacturer. All right. So we had a workshop which was a Mack, Volvo, UD branded workshop. So we did OEM warranty, servicing, all that sort of stuff. Now, if a customer come in and said, "Hey, I've got an issue with my truck. This is and it's warranty, blah 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 blah," you would get it fixed. It would be fixed. The customer would be back on the road, and then you sort the warranty process out after it. Now, the issue is, and this is my opinion again, there's too many dealers that have zero responsibility for warranty. All warranty should go back to the manufacturer, or manufacturers should have more locations that are actually owned by the manufacturer, so you can get your warranty work done through them. Yeah. I'll go through our scenario that we had issues with, right? I'm not going to mention any names of dealers or anything like that, but we brought our van and we had a multitude of issues with the van when we brought it, and it didn't matter. We sent the van back to the dealer to have it fixed, and it never got done. It was always constantly bring it back, and then there was a point where we had it there for 2 weeks, I think it was, just before we left to go on our lap, and none of it got fixed.
Yeah, they literally just kept telling us it's fine, and they never even looked.
They would acknowledge the problem, like, yeah, there's an issue, but we've got to go back to the deal. We've got to go back to the manufacturer and get it all sorted out. And I'm like, it's just a crock of shit, if I'm honest. That
this is everybody.
This is everybody. Like, this is just not our brand. That's right. Every dealership's the same.
People we've spoken to now,
and it doesn't matter if you've got a Vacationer, a Titanium, a Lotus, Red Senna, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It was always the same. Everyone would be having the same conversations.
Yeah.
And it's crap. So what I think needs to happen is, obviously, dealers need to be held more responsible for warranty, and the process of, we've got to wait a week, and then it goes back to the manufacturer and comes back, and then it's a 4-week cycle just to get a tap replaced or a fitting replaced on your van.
This is all like brand new van shakedown stuff. So
that's right.
Multiple things happen in that shakedown period because it's just how it is. It's not anything against the brands, because like we've said,
things go loose and things rattle and things don't sit where they're meant to be and rub up against things. That's what happens. That's why you shake down a van. And
that is what the dealer then should be there for, is to just fix those little things, and then you're right to go for probably years.
That's right.
It's those initial things that just fall off or whatever, and then
you should be able to roll into a dealer with your list of things. Like, I'm talking like minor things, and this is the stuff that we dealt with. It was all minor. Like, we had an incorrect DC charger fitted to our car, and it didn't charge to our van, and the batteries wouldn't charge off the car. And I went backwards and forwards with the dealer 3 or 4 times. Took it to my auto electrician, and he fixed it. And it wasn't a lithium compatible charger, and it wasn't.
It's just such a simple fix, and they just would not look at it.
And that cost us $1,500.
Like, it's just.
I eventually got the money back from the dealer, but that's another story. But what I think needs to happen is a van manufacturer is an OEM. Like Vacationer are the OEM of their van, technically, aren't they? Like that's their brand, that's their van. They're the OEM of that. So it doesn't matter if you've got a Dometic fridge, or you've got a Rhino chassis, or you've got Alco suspension, or Cruise Master suspension, or you've got a...
So they are liable in your warranty period for anything in that van.
Yeah, it should be covered under the thing. Like if you're not comfortable doing that, then don't build vans.
Yeah. But yeah, it is every single one of them.
You should,
Except there's probably only the one brand that really do help.
Oh, I was going to, and that was Jayco.
Jayco. They are.
So our brand new Jayco we had, so we had an issue with the water pump on it, and we were out camping, the water pump failed. No big deal, we did our camping trip. I called Jayco on the Monday morning, they said bring the van straight to us, and they've got a bay called a triage bay, so any repairs that need done urgently, you call them up. This is in Brisbane, so I don't know if it's anywhere else. But we went through, I went straight down there with the Caravan, which is a 2-hour drive, and straight into the triage bay. They knew I was coming. They had a technician who does the fast moving stuff like that.
Yeah.
They fitted a water pump in half an hour, and I was on my way. No questions asked, nothing.
And that's the thing, it's just a simple fix. Like obviously if you have big issues like water damage and a whole wall needs replacing.
Yeah, or your shower's leaking.
That's
That's a different kettle of fish, that's right.
You know that's going to take a while.
But all our stuff that we had wrong with our van was minor stuff.
No, yeah, but
and it could have been handled like that.
And that's the stuff everyone gets really annoyed about because no one wants to help you. And you've just spent, so like you've just paid measly money for these things. They're bloody expensive.
Oh, that's right.
Caravans.
Like you're spending anywhere north, like to have a good, solid off-road van these days.
Over 100,000.
Oh, you're spending plus 150 grand.
Now you're looking at
150, 170, 250. It just keeps going.
And yeah, there just needs to be a lot more
regulations. There needs to be regulations, and people need to be held accountable.
Like they actually care that you are a customer and you've paid all that money, but they don't. The salesman sells it to you. He actually probably has no idea what he's talking about. In our instance,
our in the Caravan, no idea.
Then they send you on your way, and then the dealer's like, "Oh, bye. I'm not dealing with you either." It's like,
they don't remember who you are. You call them 400 times a week, and they don't return your phone calls.
Yeah. Anyway,
dealers are the worst.
Caravanners could yap on about them all day.
Oh yeah, like I think this should be just an open conversation. Like everyone goes on about having that little blue and yellow sticker on the side of their van, which says they're about a part of the Caravan Industry Association. I think. And it means nothing. It's just they pay a subscription, and that gets them their sticker on every van that they sell. I don't know. If you're a caravan manufacturer, take that advice. Be you. Don't have dealers unless you can trust them, or unless they've got skin in the game with your brand, because they don't care. All they care about is sales.
Yeah.
It costs them money to do warranty work, and trust me, I get that, because we used to do warranty work for a truck manufacturer, and you get set time. Well, it's probably different in the caravan world, but you get set time. Like if it takes you 3 hours to replace a radiator, and their book time is only an hour and a half, you only get paid for the hour and a half, and you just got to wear that. But you get the satisfaction of being with a brand and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so caravans, they're just, let us know. Like, is anyone else, what's everyone else's opinion on that? Because I think as a whole, like the community should be kicking up more of a scream and going to these caravan industry meetings and stuff like that. I don't know, stop buying vans. Go and buy, if I was going to do it all over again, I'd buy a second-hand van. I don't care about warranty anymore on my caravan. I don't care about,
it doesn't really,
because it means nothing.
Anyway.
Like warranty on your van means nothing. And I'd buy a van that's 12 months old, that's had the absolute wazoo shaken out of it, and that's the van I would buy, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be good, because they've already dealt with all the issues that the van's had.
Yeah.
All right, well, next one, I'm making this one up on the spot. Our number one travel destination anywhere in the world that we would like to go to. Dal?
Well, my number one place I would love to do and see is Switzerland, specifically Christmas to be in like a Christmas village, like the full snow, what you would see on movies. And from my research, that is where that is.
Yeah.
Like Santa's village. Like, the only thing is I will never get there.
You never say that.
Because I don't like flying. And we've been everywhere that is 4 hours,
Maximum
4.5 max hours away flight.
We haven't been to Bali. I mean, not Bali. Is it Bali?
Bali.
Yeah, we've been to Bali.
Yeah, but isn't it only that flight from Perth, not from Brisbane?
Yeah, it's only 5 hours from Brisbane.
But it's over 4 hours.
Oh.
Anyway, so that's the thing. I'm really bad with flying. I get motion sick, so I get sick in the car. I get sick on boats, sick in planes. The issue with planes is I am locked in that box and I can't get out. So then my anxiety revs up and I'm a nightmare, aren't I?
Well, you're not really. All you do is you put a blanket over your head and you don't move.
Yeah, and it's a nightmare for me.
No, it's fine for me. It doesn't bother me.
Horrid. Anyway, so yeah, so that would be my number one place, but I just don't think I'd ever get there. The other place I'd really like to go, which I've told Tristan we can look at going there in 5 years' time. I've made a 5-year plan.
It won't be. It'll be way before 5 years.
It won't be.
Well, we'll do Tasmania, then the next year we'll do...
Then we've got to build a house. You want to get a big boat? Like,
yeah,
let's be honest.
That'll all happen.
Oh my God. Anyway, is Japan. And my reason for Japan, I just think it would be such a different place, like out of this world compared to what we do here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think it would be an insane place to go. And we have heard it is incredible.
And apparently it's really safe as well to go there. Japan.
Yeah, I think so. And I'd love the food. And I can say konnichiwa.
Oh. And I can say sushi. Is that where sushi comes from?
Yeah, but they don't. Oh, you're not meaning the word they yell at.
No, I can't even remember what they yell at.
What do they yell at sushi trains?
I say, well, something like that.
Yeah.
Masi.
That's might be it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love. I think we'd love it. Anyway, so that might be a place we go.
Yeah. I was very lucky that I went to Finland for 2 weeks just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I got to experience like the northern part of the world.
Yes.
At Christmas time. I went to bed one morning and woke up and then there was cars buried in snow.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I can tell you it was fantastic. So I would love to take the girls to somewhere like that.
Yeah. But that's the other side of the world. So the furthest place to go is Finland, I think specifically.
Well, it was a flight to Singapore, then a flight to, oh God.
What was it? Not Helsinki?
No, that's where I got off. There was a flight between there.
There's multiple.
There was
flights.
3 flights to get to Helsinki, and then I got a train to Tampere. That was where I was going to the factory that I was visiting.
Yeah, but it's just so far away.
I remember when I left there, it was a flight from Finland to London, London to Singapore, Singapore to Brisbane, non-stop.
And this is the thing, like Australia is so far away from everywhere else.
Yeah.
But if you're already over there, like in Europe, they just do weekenders
100%.
and go to other countries. And we can't even drive to another state in a weekend. We can, but it's just so big over here, and we're so far away.
Yeah.
So that drives me crazy, but at the same time, like, we do live in the best place you can.
But my dream holiday, because I didn't get to that.
I thought sorry.
No,
you were just saying you went there. Yeah.
My dream holiday, which Mel, this is not a holiday that Mel would want to do. I'd love to go to America, and then either motorhome it from one side to the other and do everything in between, or like land in California and buy like an old clapped out car and drive around Route 66. That would be sick.
I'm just not interested in America.
No, I know you're not. And I'm probably not as much anymore now that I'm a little bit older.
Yeah.
I think I want to experience, I'd rather go to Singapore or Thailand and Japan and stuff like that. Europe, I think, would be more my style now. But I'd love to go. If someone said to me tomorrow, hey, let's go to America, I'm there. you know?
Yeah. So, funny story on how our travels actually started while we're on this topic. Tristan was starting to push me to go overseas more and go further than what we'd done.
Yes.
And I was like freaking out. I'm like, I can't do it. How am I going to keep him happy? So I was like, you know what? We could travel Australia. Knowing I would be in a car and not flying. And he was like, hell yeah. So I got him. Hook, line and sinker.
But we've done that now.
Yeah, I know.
So now...
I got out of it for a while.
And then you said Japan. I'm like, okay, we're done.
I know, but I said in 5 years.
It's not going to be 5 years.
It is.
It won't be.
Anyway, so yeah. But where have we been? We've been to New Zealand.
So we did a
just quick rundown.
A motorhome. We did the motorhoming around New Zealand, the South Island.
Yeah, we've done it. Well, we did the South Island.
We did the North Island with Paisley, and we had like a station wagon and stayed in hotels and stuff.
And the reason we went to the North Island because we went to
the Cook Islands.
The Cook Islands.
If you haven't been to the Cook Islands, go, because seriously, fantastic.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I loved it there.
That was the longest flight place I've been to.
Because it was 3 hours to New Zealand, then another
4.5
from there.
Islands, I'm pretty sure it was.
Was it that long?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, and I did it because it was my best friend's wedding, and she's lucky I got there. Anyway, but I'm glad we went. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And where else have we been?
Fiji.
Oh, Fiji.
That's it. That's it.
Is it?
Yeah.
But we've done a lot of Australia, see. We've pretty much done the whole of Australia.
Oh, there's still things we haven't seen.
No, I know. There's stuff you'll never be able to see.
I'd rather go to Japan. If I'm going to Japan, I'd rather go to Japan now and see more of Australia, because I'm very content with what we've seen so far.
Yeah, we are pretty much done with Australia. We're just going to try and get our lives on track now.
I've just got to get my big boat, and I've got to get the boat on a good custom-built trailer, and then I'm going to tow that to Arnhem Land. That's my boys' trip that I'll do whenever.
That could be the 10-year plan.
Yeah, probably.
All right, that brings us to the end of our little Highway Have a Chat series.
It does.
It was good. It was fun to actually spend that time discussing things and answering questions and killing time. It made our trip across the Nullarbor just fly by, didn't it?
It did.
It was good. So yeah, hopefully it got you guys talking as well, and I don't know, just as long as you got a laugh out of it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing too serious.
Yeah.
It's good to just, we run out of topics to talk about now, so we don't know if we'll continue doing it, but maybe in the future. Depends if anybody else sends some more stuff through, and
Yeah, so this is it for now, but you never know. We might throw another one in one day, or we'll see. But yes, we have finished everything you've sent through, so yeah, that will be the end of it for now.
It is.
So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully you did get a laugh at least.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for people to have a laugh.
Yeah.
So
All right.
see yous.